Alrighty. So we know all of the news that has came out since yesterday. The Washington football team fan base in the NFL has been lit on fire, and it started yesterday with the Washington football team let going of place kicker Dustin Hopkins to sign Chris Blewett to the active roster. And then hours later, the big news came out that Deshaun Watson and the Miami Dolphins is set to finalize a contract sometime later this week. And then after that, it made the question, what is going to happen with Tua Tagovailoa? If Deshaun Watson is going to Miami, it's obvious that they're getting rid of Tua. Then you insert us. You insert the Washington football team, and that has got everyone blown up. You go from believing Tua could be Washington's quarterback, and we're involved in the trade talks, to JP Finley saying it's not going to happen. So it's just a lot going on in Washington's media. So I'm coming on here to talk about Tua. Should Washington trade for Tua, and my personal opinion on Tua? So let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So all of this is pending on whether the Deshaun Watson to Miami trade is true. Me personally, I think it's true. This is something that they've been rumoring for about 5 months now, so I think it's true. It's just a matter of time whether Miami and Houston wants to pull the trigger, whether they figure out everything that's going to go on in this trade, and then boom. So I do think at some point this month, later down in this month, probably early November, that they finally finalize this trade. What is it going to entail? It has to entail most of their key players and multiple first-round picks. So I'm thinking Miami might have to give up their first-round picks for the next 3 years on top of Byron Jones, Xavier Howard. Those two players right there, those are basically their two best players. Probably Mike Gesicki, their tight end. It has to. Maybe Jalen Waddle or something. You know what I'm saying? It has to entail giving up 3 of their best players and 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. That's how good this guy is. So I think that's how that trade is going to go down to. But the more important part is what's going to happen with Tua. Tua was just drafted by Miami, their quarterback, last year with the 5th overall draft pick. And a year later, he's been circled around, or he's been rumored, to get traded. So you insert Washington again. You know what I'm saying? So what is Washington going to give up for Tua? We're not giving up no first-round pick for Tua. I tell you that now. He hasn't done anything in the NFL to make us want to give up a first-round pick. When you look at Miami, they can't be greedy when asking for something for Tua if they're getting Deshaun Watson. That's going to lessen the value that you get for Tua if you're getting Deshaun Watson, because you already got your franchise quarterback. So it's not like if you trade this guy, oh, you're starting from ground zero. No, you're getting Deshaun Watson, a guy that is going to be your quarterback for the next decade plus. So with you getting Deshaun, that's going to lessen the value that you get and the compensation that you get for Tua in return. So I think at tops two second-round picks, maybe a second round and a player. But what player are we going to give up? Landon Collins? We have a lot of young guys that are going to be cornerstones and franchise players for this team. So the only guy that I can think of giving is a guy like Landon Collins, get that contract off the books or something like that. And I would be, ecstatic about that. You guys know. I forgot to tell you. And this is going to be in another video. Landon Collins blocked me on Instagram, so that should let you know how that relationship went. I don't care. He sucks. He's terrible. He needs to get off my team. So Landon Collins, I would be ecstatic if we got rid of him and maybe a second-round pick for Tua. I would take it in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So with Tua, again, I don't know how I would feel about the trade. I mean, like I said, I would accept that it's Landon Collins in a second-round pick, but I don't know how I feel about it because I never was blown away with Tua. Now, granted, I really had never watched Tua in college unless it was a marquee matchup or it was the championship games. I was never blown away with Tua. Yeah, did they find a way to win? Yes, they did, but watching Tua compared to guys like Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, I was blown away with. I was never blown away with watching Tua. You know what I'm saying? He made plays, but it was just never like, oh my God. Like again, watching Trevor and Joe Burrow, they made plays where it's like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But Tua, he doesn't have the strongest arm in the world. He's very small in the pocket, and he's very injury prone. So it's an upside to Tua, but again, I don't know how I would feel about it because we're taking a chance on him. But again, you're only giving up a second-round pick. If I'm Washington, I'm only giving up a second-round pick. You know what I'm saying? At most, and probably Landon Collins. But if you want more than that, no. Because Tua, again, hasn't done nothing in the NFL, and he's injury-prone, and you're getting Deshaun Watson. So Miami can't come here with no BS, man. So I do think if Washington was to trade for Tua, I wouldn't turn it down if it's for something like that. But again, I just don't know how I feel about Tua because, again, he hasn't really blown me away. If you really look at this year, this is really Tua's first year being the guy. Because last year, he was yoked in and out of the lineup anytime he messed up for Ryan Fitzpatrick. So this is the first year that Tua has really got to be the guy. And even then, he still was out for multiple games for Jacoby Brissett because he had broken ribs. So he's really never yet to, get his face in the playbook, learn the system, be the guy, not having nobody over his shoulder yet. So again, he has a lot of upside, but it's just something about Tua. I don't know, man. I just don't. It's nothing about him that I don't like. Is it because he's left-handed? It can't be because I'm left-handed. Is it that maybe it's just it's weird, seeing a guy that's left-handed and I mean, Michael Vick is one of the, better quarterbacks that were left-handed, but he ain't no Michael Vick. It's just something about Tua that I don't like, but it could be a low-risk, high-reward, because if we're giving up a second-round pick for Tua, I would take it because we're taking a second-round pick. We're investing a second-round pick, basically, for a chance to find our next franchise quarterback for a decade plus. Now, do I see it happening? I don't know. I don't want to say no because, again, they're getting Deshaun Watson. So we could easily be like, hey, let's see what's up with Tua. They got Deshaun Watson. Let's see what they want to give up or what are they asking for Tua. And if it's something like a second or a third, I would take the chance on him. I'm not the biggest Tua fan, but it's the reason why he went 5th overall in the 2020 draft. Sorry about that. So it's not like the guy doesn't have talent. I'm just not willing to give up a whole bunch of compensation for Tua. So I guess this could be a good thing for Washington because if he's not the guy, if he's not really good, you can always let him go or possibly trade him again. But other than that, I don't know how I really would feel about this. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about this Tua situation. Are you interested in Tua? Are you like, nah, man, I'll stay away from Tua. I'll rather look in this draft for a guy. But based off of the guys that I know of right now, and I haven't really done all of my watching the quarterbacks come out this year's draft because it's obviously NFL season, so I'm not worried about the draft right now. But I would confidently say that Tua is better than most of these guys that's coming out of this year's draft class. So again, I don't know personally how I feel about the trade. Maybe if it's for something, like a third or a second, I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll take it. But I ain't going to be jumping up and down for Tua because, I'm not really the biggest Tua fan. So we'll see, man. It's a bunch of news going around. People saying it's not going to happen. People saying it's false. It's true. We really never know what is true because we're not in the office. We're not in the building with Ron Rivera, Marty Herney, and Martin Mayhew. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. You guys know how we do. And we have a game this Friday or this Sunday versus the Green Bay Packers. My preview video is coming out tomorrow. So make sure you guys have your post notifications on for that. Subscribe if you're new. But yeah, man, this Tua stuff is interesting. Let me know how you guys feel about this video down below. As always, it's me, Will Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop, get you drop.